happening? Welcome back to the GM. I'm your guy, Leon Boulanger. And up next, I want to begin this quarterback comparison between Lamar Jackson and the rest of the NFL quarterbacks, specifically those guys who were drafted right before him and several years after he was drafted. The purpose for this quarterback comparison is really just comes down to uh, just being fed up with the continual media scrutiny about what he should make, what he's worth, what type of quarterback is he? Is he a running quarterback? Can he be a pocket passer? Um, is he really going to be Lamar Jackson if he can't make plays with his legs? And all of these things are really unfair assessments and unfair comparisons to other quarterbacks. You really can't compare a quarterback style, right? You have to compare the whole thing, meaning style, um, skill set, the tools that he has with him, and what he's accomplished, which which sometimes can be an indicator of what he has the potential to continue to accomplish. And so we're gonna take a dive into this quarterback comparison, beginning with the 2017 quarterback class. And at the end, we're going to rank these quarterbacks. We're going to take a look at their statistics and salary. This will take several videos to do all of these things. And then we're going to make a determination on where Lamar's salary range should be. So with no further ado, let me share my screen with you guys and we'll get this thing going and see if we can make a little headway. All right. Let me get over here to all right. So please don't judge me on my PowerPoint. I didn't do it for academic purposes. I just threw it together so that I can have a point of reference. But we're dealing with the 2017 quarterback class. So first up, we have Mitchell Trubisky. And if you remember that draft from 2017, Mitchell Trubisky was the second overall pick, first quarterback off the board. Now we understand that this is not where quarterback gurus and executives and also draft experts predicted Mitchell Trubisky to go, but something about Mitchell Trubisky, quarterback, the Chicago Bears believed in and decided to move up, I believe, and take him second overall. Now, in the beginning, it looked like Mitchell Trubisky would pay off with that pick because in his second season, he led the Chicago Bears to a division title. He led them to the playoffs, and he also made his first Pro Bowl, but that was his only Pro Bowl. Mitchell Trubisky could not continue to string together success. He was wildly inconsistent, turning the ball over, some injuries, and just could not really put his talent together with his on-field play. Mitchell Trubisky does have an ability to throw the ball downfield. He can run with the ball. He can make things happen inside the pocket, but he just didn't have it at that point in time. The consistency to be able to cause the Chicago Bears to continue to believe in him. They did not pick up his fifth year option, so at the end of his fourth year, he became an unrestricted free agent, signing with the Buffalo Bills and became Josh Allen's backup. Well, you know he didn't get any playing time behind Josh Allen. This 2022 offseason, he signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 2-year deal to be their quarterback and won the starting job. But because he was inconsistent, Kenny Pickett, who is a rookie, beat him out, took over that starting job. Now, the Baltimore Ravens did see Mitchell Trubisky in their first matchup with Pittsburgh, where he threw 3 interceptions, which kind of validates who Mitchell Trubisky had proven himself to be. But so, he just kind of is what he is. So that's Mitchell Trubisky, number 2 overall pick in the 2017 draft. Next up is Patrick Mahomes. Now, you just saying Patrick Mahomes' name, everybody has an understanding of who he is, what he represents, and what he's done in the league thus far. He was the number 10 overall pick in the 2017 draft. He won a league MVP. He's won a Super Bowl. He has gone to a second Super Bowl, which he lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he has put his team in position to be in four AFC title games. And if they win this weekend, they will be back in the Super Bowl for his third, which is a super great accomplishment for a guy who's only in 6 years of his NFL career. And he's also um, predicted to be the NFL League MVP for the 2022-2023 NFL season. So a lot of accomplishments. And so his talent, his skill, um, his character is unquestioned. So it makes sense that why Kansas City took a chance on and moved up to get him, and he has paid off immensely. And by the way, pertaining to his contract, which we'll see in detail in a later video, he has signed the biggest contract in NFL history. I think it's $450 million, somewhere in that range. But this next guy, Deshaun Watson, signed the most guaranteed money. Matter of fact, he signed a fully guaranteed deal, which is probably what has caused Lamar Jackson not to be signed at this point in time. But Deshaun Watson was drafted number 12 in the 2017 draft. He made the playoffs from 2018. Excuse me, he made the Pro Bowl 2018 to 2020. He has made the playoffs with the Houston Texans, but since that time, because of some off-field uh, controversies, some off-field allegations, he sat out the entire 2021 season and then was suspended because of those off-field behaviors the first 11 games of the 2022 season. He did play this year, did not do a whole lot, did not look like the Deshaun Watson that we saw in Houston, nor did he look like he was worth that 230 plus $1 million fully guaranteed. And so when you look at these three quarterbacks who went number 2 through 12, they all have different histories and they all have different trajectories. And so in order to rank these guys, here's what I did. I made Patrick Mahomes the unquestioned number 1 from the 2017 draft, and then Deshaun Watson at this point, because we haven't broken down any other years yet, he is the number 2. Now, if I was going to slot Lamar Jackson amongst these guys, because I have not talked about Lamar Jackson's accomplishments, and I won't until the very end of all the comparisons, I'm going to put him tied with Deshaun Watson at number 2, right behind Patrick Mahomes. So that's kind of the introduction. This quarterback comparison will get more detailed after we go through the first round of comparison, the first round of introduction. It'll get more and more detailed as we go forward. But so that's 2017. Patrick Mahomes won. Deshaun Watson tied with Lamar Jackson at number 2. Mainly because Lamar Jackson hasn't been drafted at this point in time. And so, and then Mitchell Trubisky will not be ranked simply because as a number 2 overall pick, he's already on his third team. And he has a downward trajectory. So it would be unfair to try and rank him and then continue to move him around. So listen, let me know what you need me to know about this video. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, hit subscribe on the way out the door. And I like, as always, I'm your guy, Leon Boulanger, and this is the GM.